morning. Greetings, Will Field #1 fans and viewers. Scott Casey Gale here. And today I'm going to give you my recap and review of Justified City Primeval Season 1, Episode 6, entitled Adios. It was written by Taylor Elmore and VJ Boyd, and it was directed by Sylvian White. I thought it was a really good episode. And there was a major character death, which I'm going to get to toward the end. But yeah, I like this episode, especially the last 20 minutes. Okay, let's begin with the recap, shall we, of Justified City Primeval, Season 1, Episode 6, Adios. Recap. Waylon stares at his hotel seating until there's a knock at the door. Carolyn is in the hallway and offers him a chance to see the judge's book. She tells him that the Jackson, Mississippi Woolworth's lunch counter sit-in protesters action in 1963 were not legal, but they were just and that's what she wants to do with the information in the book. Bud Dickey bangs on the door to a trailer home, calling for someone named Lonnie. And inside, he hires Lonnie to get his painting back from Clement. Clement is telling Sweetie about the sound system in the car he's most recently stolen. Sweetie tells him he should just get a portable cassette player instead of trying to steal cars old enough to have a tape deck. They're meeting for another mock. Sweetie doesn't want Clement involved in the face-to-face. He goes to the mock's car and returns with money. Clement Manzo says it's not enough. He backs the car into the mock's car and goes after the mock, who runs and jumps off the parkway roof. Waylon fills Downey in on how Sweetie and Clement are using the judge's book. She realizes he's sleeping with Carolyn, but doesn't care as long as Clement gets caught. Lonnie walks into Sweetie's bar and tells Treno to call Sweetie. Sweetie's filming in the penthouse with Sandy and Clement. Sweetie's phone keeps ringing. He silences it and then notices the painting from Dickey's. Sweetie finally answers the phone and Treno tells him about Lonnie. Sweetie leaves. Sandy is frantic and wants Clement to commit to a certain amount of money when they'll finally leave Detroit. Downey and Waylon go to meet with Diane. The mock they want to bait the sting. Downey's keeping the operation small and quiet. Sweetie arrives at the bar and sits down to talk with Lonnie. Treno calls him over to take a phone call from Diane. She sets up a meeting. Sweetie returns to the table and tells Lonnie where to find Clement. When he meets Diane, Sweetie pays him $6,000 and tells him Diane will have $30,000 on her at the meeting. He agrees to get him Dickey's painting too, but only if he kills Clement Manzo at the meeting. Clement walks into Sweetie's. Sweetie tells him about the meeting, says he's going on his own, knowing that Clement will insist on going. Sandy brings the painting into a gallery, saying she wants to sell it. Carolyn calls Sweetie and tells him to stay away from Clement. He calls and leaves a message to Lonnie to call him before doing the hit. At the meeting point, the cops are watching Diane. Lonnie enters the square and waits. Clement is late, but walks in eventually. He refuses to show Diane her page until she shows him the money, and when he threatens her, Downey activates the team. Lonnie's approaching with a knife when Clement sees Waylon. Lonnie puts his knife away and detours. Clement sees him. Clement and Waylon have words before Downey takes Clement off to check him. Waylon and Robinson talk with Diane. Downey returns to let them know Clement has no gun and no book. They have to let him walk. Waylon and Robinson discuss the failed sting afterwards. Waylon's leaning towards something unorthodox, and Robinson insists he drop the subject. Waylon drives up to Killian's. He tells her what happened, and she asks him what's next. Waylon wonders what she's not telling him. She convinces him to come inside to talk. At Sweetie's, Lonnie arrives to talk. Clement shows up with a boombox. He kills Lonnie when he goes to answer a call from Dickie. Clement tells Sweetie he wants to play him his demo tape. Sweetie goes for the hidden gun in the jukebox, but it's not there. He tells Clement straight that his singing is terrible, and he'd better look him in the eye if he's going to kill him. Clement shoots Sweetie in the heart and sets the bar on fire. Trenno sees the flames from their apartment and runs down to the street level just in time for the bar to explode. And I would give this episode 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, where a solid 9 out of 10 and 8 triple plus. I really enjoyed this episode. I think Vondie Curtis Howe did a great job playing Sweetie for a 6-episode arc. There's 2 episodes left. What's going to happen? Now, next week's episode is going to be a showdown between Waylon Gibbons and Clement Manzo. So that should be very good. Does that mean that Waylon Gibbons is going to kill Clement Manzo before the finale? Or is Waylon going to kill Clement in the finale? I think Clement is going to survive next week's episode. I don't think he's going to die until the finale, but he could die before the finale. And I think in the finale, everything's going to be wrapped up. I just wish there would be like 10 episodes or 15 episodes like the original Justified had instead of 8, because to me, 8 episodes isn't enough. I mean, I like that we saw a lot of Sweetie, but I was kind of sad to see him get killed because I wanted to know more about Marcus Sweetie and what his character was all about. But so far, I'm still enjoying the chemistry between Waylon Gibbons and Caroline Wilder. But the other characters, I'm not too sure how I feel about, because they really didn't develop the other characters, or we didn't really learn what the story is about. But yeah, but what I definitely want to see is Waylon then take out some bad guys. That's what I want to see Waylon do, like he did on the original Justified. That's what I want to see. I just feel that I love Justified City Primeval, but it's definitely missing its spark what the original Justified had. And it's definitely missing the character development and the character build-up and the atmosphere what the original Justified had. But it's still a good show, but it's not as good as the original Justified, in my opinion. Anyway, comment down below in the comment section. Tell me what you thought about this episode and what you think is going to happen in the final 2 episodes. You stay classy, live long and prosper, and I will be back here next week to do my recap and review of Justified City Primeval Season 1, Episode 7. Thank you for watching. You all have a good night.